Hey, what's happening? Disney Reviews, me, the Guy01, and welcome to this week's WWE 2K20's Towers video. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm going to begin right away. So, let's start with Extreme Rules. Well, actually, no, let's go back even further. Let's go back to Impact Wrestling Slammiversary. Well, Impact has a lot of new employees. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Heath Slater, and Eric Young all appeared at Slammiversary. With EC3 then returning on Impact, their weekly show. So, honestly, I was kind of surprised that Gallows and Anderson went to Impact. I thought they would have gone to AEW, but yeah. So yeah, let's go to Extreme Rules. So, a few things actually got changed around. Sheamus and Jeff Hardy's bar fight got removed and put on yesterday's SmackDown. Not sure why they did that. Kevin Owens beat Buddy Murphy. Seth Rollins beat Rey Mysterio in their eye for an eye match by putting his eye on the ring step corner. Afterwards, he then threw up, which was really weird. That whole match was just weird. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura beat the New Day to become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. In the match for the US title, that was supposed to be MVP versus Apollo Crews. Crews never showed up. He wasn't at Extreme Rules, so MVP crowned himself new United States Champion. And of course, the rumor is that the reason Apollo Crews didn't show up to Extreme Rules was because he has COVID. That has not been officially confirmed yet, I believe. But, you know, we'll see. That would suck if it turned out to be true, because, you know, they tried so hard to get Apollo over, and or to make him, you know, give him a good push. He finally gets one, and then, you know, something like this happens. Bayley beat Nikki Cross by using Sasha's brass knuckles to retain the SmackDown Women's title. And in the match between Sasha Banks and Asuka for the Raw Women's title, when Banks was tapping out from the Asuka lock, Bayley had the ref distracted, so he didn't see it. Afterwards, Asuka took out the ref. The match continued with Bayley putting on the ref shirt and counting the pin on Asuka. So I guess making Banks the Raw Women's Champion. So yeah, both of their matches were pretty controversial. And by controversial, I mean they intentionally kind of screwed both people over. Yeah, in the match between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, Dolph revealed that the stipulation for the match would be that only he was allowed to use weapons, and Drew had to follow the rules. But Dolph could use weapons, he couldn't be counted out, and Drew still won to retain the WWE title. And in the Swamp match between Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt for the Universal title, when Braun goes to the Swamp, he sees visions of his past self, and also Alexa Bliss, which was weird that they made that connection. He was then attacked by a bunch of Bray Wyatt's minions before finally getting his hands on Bray. Both of them becoming submerged in the swamp, and after a bit, someone emerged, but it wasn't really Bray or Braun, it was the Fiend, setting up that the Fiend will be the next chapter in this rivalry. Because someone brought up that he's fought the first two versions of Bray. He's fought Firefly Funhouse Bray, Cult Leader Bray, and now he needs to face the Fiend. which is actually a pretty smart kind of twist. Now look at him. His last feud was over a marriage. Alright, so I guess Braun retained the Universal title. I don't know how that worked. I mean, only the Fiend emerged, so does that mean Bray won, or what? I don't know. Let's get into Raw. Already 6 minutes in and not even in Raw yet. So Aleister Black confronted Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy in the defense of Ray. He then took out Murphy. He then had a match with Seth, which Seth won. After the match, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy had double teamed Black before injuring his arm. People then are now making the joke that they did eye for an eye. Now they're gonna do arm for an arm. Wow, why is all my body like completely damaged? Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Powerbomb. Ah. Alright, MVP and Bobby Lashley confronted R-Truth backstage, distracting him so Shelton Benjamin could blindside him and then pin him for the 24/7 championship. Oh no. Ow. Ow. Get off me. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander then confronted the team of MVP, Bobby Lashley, and now Shelton Benjamin. They brought out Mustafa Ali, who hasn't been seen in months, for a match, 3-on-3 match, which Ali, Cedric, and Ricochet won. Ruby Riott beat Peyton Royce, which is her first win since her return. Remember when she returned and you were like, oh cool, she's finally gonna get a big push. No, she lost every single match. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Rusev, you know you have to get back in the ring. Alright, come on, let me up. 7. Alright, we're back in. We made it. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. Alright, Dolph Ziggler demanded a match against Drew McIntyre. Um, Drew took out Dolph with a headbutt. Um, Dolph kept, chastising him. Drew finally accepted, but said that he gets to pick the stipulation, and Dolph won't get to find out what the stipulation is until the night of. Basically, Drew is doing the same thing Dolph did to him at Extreme Rules, holding out the stipulation till the night of. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Very little running start, but okay. I mean, I could beat him right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna save it. Whoop. Boom. The Street Profits beat Angel Garza and Andrade Almas. Asuka and Kairi Sane confronted Bayley and Sasha Banks. Hold on, I lost my spot where on my notes. I just have like a whole page of stuff that happened. Oh no. Nope. So yeah, after Asuka and Sane confronted Bayley and Banks, Stephanie appeared on the Titantron. Ow. Alright, hold on. Real quick. Steph appeared on the Titantron to make Asuka versus Banks, an Asuka versus Banks rematch for next week for the Raw Women's title, since technically neither one of them lost the match, but also no one won. Here we go. After that, Kairi Sane then beat Bayley in what was officially her last match. They didn't really talk about it on the show, but it was confirmed that that will be her last match. So it's good that they let her win her last one, because normally whenever. Okay, so you guys just saw a kind of weird jump, and that's because my memory card ran out of space while I was filming, and it took me a bit to notice. So sorry about that. So we were talking about Kairi Sane and how it's nice that they let her win her last match, because normally when someone leaves WWE, WWE kind of punishes them for leaving, kind of like what they do with Dean Ambrose. They had him lose all his last matches, like his last few dozen matches, up to him leaving, and just kind of embarrass them for doing it. So the fact that they let her win her last match lets you know that they left on a good note, or left on good terms, I guess. Where are you going? Stop rolling away. Okay, and in the main event was Randy Orton versus Big Show. Angel Garza and Andrade Almas attacked Big Show. There we go. The Viking Raiders attacked Angel Garza and Almas. But in the end, Orton was able to beat Big Show, and then afterwards punted him. Come on, Rusev, get up. Dang it, ref, you got in the way. Ow. Here we go. Okay, that's not gonna work. Ow. Ah, didn't even need to use my resiliency. Ow. Okay, this I'm gonna need to use my resiliency for. Ah. Yes, okay. Ooh, that got close. I almost didn't do it quick enough. I tried to fight it as long as I could. Alright, here we go. One more Superman punch. Good night. Alright, so yeah, that was Raw. Sorry again about that weird jump. I've been meaning to delete videos off my memory card for a while, and it finally caught up with me. So let's get into SmackDown. Not as much stuff actually happened on SmackDown. It was a lot shorter of a show. A lot of stuff happened on Raw though, so yeah. Oh no, you don't. Into the ropes you go. Spear. Three. There we go. Alright, to SmackDown. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss confronted Bayley and Sasha Banks. Cross demanded a rematch since she got screwed at Extreme Rules. Bayley said that she can get a rematch, but she has to beat Bliss to get it. Nikki Cross went along with this very willingly, and she did end up beating Bliss. Which means she gets a shot at Bayley, and more specifically, the SmackDown Women's title. Naomi appeared on Miz TV. They talked about how after her match last week, where she lost, a hashtag trended worldwide. I think it was "Give Naomi a Chance" or "Naomi Deserves Better," which is true. She does deserve better, and it's funny that they actually acknowledge that. That they acknowledge that hashtag, kind of acknowledging how it's the company's fault that she's not getting what she deserves. But Mrs. Morrison then brought out Lacey Evans, and Naomi and her got into a little fight. Matt Riddle beat Tony Nese. Is it Nese or Ness? Tony Nese. I don't know. Riddle then called out Corbin, who came out. The two of them got into a little promo off before Matt took out a attacking Tony Nese, whatever. Grand Metalik beat Drew Gulak, Lindsay Dorado, and Chad Gable in a fatal 4-way to get a shot at AJ Styles in the Intercontinental Championship. It was actually fun to see Metalik win that out of all the people. And in the main event, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in the bar fight. It was another cinematic match. And you can kind of tell that it was supposed to be at Extreme Rules. I still don't know why they didn't do it at Extreme Rules. I don't know. But during the match, Hardy brought out a ladder, because of course he did. He went to climb it with Sheamus on the ground. Then the bartender attacked Jeff. Jeff took out the bartender by powerbombing him through a table, but this allowed Sheamus to get the upper hand. He then took out Hardy, put a hat over his face, and then walked off. Came back to Hardy, and when he lifted his hat off Hardy's face was painted, and he had his brother Nero contacts in. After that, Hardy became a lot more energetic, taking out Sheamus and then finishing him off with a swanton bomb off the ladder on the floor. So yeah, that was fun. It was a fun little match. And a lot of people were saying that they would have preferred to see that at Extreme Rules over that weird eye for an eye match, which, yeah, that match was just kind of weird. But whatever. So, what was your guys' thoughts on Extreme Rules? What was your favorite match? What was your least favorite match? What surprised you? What did you guys think of Raw and SmackDown? I thought SmackDown was actually pretty solid. Raw, there was just so much crazy stuff going on. Not saying it was bad, but I don't know. It seemed like the whole purpose of Raw was just setting up feuds or setting up future matches. And I feel like Extreme Rules did the same thing. It was not conclusive at all, I feel like. It was just setting up future matches. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about the whole weird break thing in the middle. But hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week's video. Making videos on time. Stay tuned for Versus. Guy01 signing out. Bye, guys.